What up, yo? Frank 5D, dedicated etiquette, right here on the rap scene. The Wu-Tang Clan's Method Man made headlines not too long ago for a couple reasons. One, he's the latest rapper to collab with his offspring, as him and his son Shaw are working on an album together. It's far from the first father-son or daughter collab in hip-hop, and it's just an example of nepotism extending into the culture. He was also in the news for his comments regarding rappers with ghostwriters behind them, claiming to be the GOAT. He appeared on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion show and gave his 2 cents on one of the central debates in hip-hop of the last decade. Meth told Math in the barbershop conversation.
Say that part.
How you feel about ghostwriting?
I don't give a fuck.
My man. Thank you.
I mean, I don't give a fuck, but when you want to talk about top 5 MCs, you already eliminated yourself.
Thank you.
Meth echoes the sentiments of many heads who care to care, basically taking a stance that if you have anyone else who can lay claim to writing the lyrics that you perform outside of the accepted and expected homage bars, you don't belong in the conversation of greatest of all time. Forget about the qualifiers like biggest hits, longest run, or whatnot. Other people cannot write your lyrics, point blank period. I feel like Methical is a good spokesperson for this opinion. His place in the MC hierarchy can be debated, but it's fair to say that he doesn't end up on many top 5 solo lists. He definitely has an argument for at least top 3 in one of the, if not the greatest hip-hop group of all time. Not to mention that he could stand with damn near any rapper in history in their prime, dead or alive. Let's just agree that he probably knows what he's saying when he mentions the highly polarizing top 5 list and the fact that MCs are in a different caste system, for lack of a better term, than rappers are. It's safe to say that the MC will strive to be original in all aspects of artistry, with lyrics taking the front seat, while the rapper will say anything to make a hit. That's not fair, but it's fair. The Wu made it a point to be original every second of their career, and even kept the idea of biting alive when the game was being taken over by it, lyric and style-wise. That's why I was taken aback when Meth admitted in the same interview that he bit Nasty Nas and Lil Fame from MOP on his The What verse from Biggie's classic debut album, Ready to Die. He stated that he basically adopted Nas's flow due to the way that Big wanted to end his verse, but went a little further with his active as if it can't happen line, in fact taking it from Lil Fame. He doesn't seem all that contradictory, as I have no recollection of Meth ever claiming to be the greatest of all time, best rapper alive, or anything of that sort. But he does touch on a touchy aspect of the debate with record sales and how they may or may not mean anything when it comes to the greatest rapper of all time. The idea begs the question, why do we care about record sales? We know why artists care, but I feel more and more like we only care because they and their backers do. It's cool that Meth brought up this simple point, but it doesn't change my bottom line of the greatest of all time. The correlation of sales and greatness will not be denied here, but it will never overtake lyrical ability as criteria for the greatest of all time. Meth is a perfect example of this in how he has both undersold far lesser MCs and outsold far greater MCs. He's definitely one of those rhymers that you listen to when you hear him. You pay attention because you know he's about to say some shit. His ability to stand out among the dopest MCs we've ever seen come together speaks high volume to his caliber of artistry. In case you didn't know, rapping is an art, just as DJing, just as breakdancing, graffiti, producing, etc. Just a wild idea, since we like to play the rap category game these days. Why we don't split the title like wrestling used to do? Let's just normalize having the greatest rapper of all time and the greatest MC of all time. No, but really, it's an age-old argument. Damn near 50 years old, and there's no reason to stop having it as long as hip-hop remains a thing, which it will. Meth means well, as he takes a jab at whatever rap princess lost their glass slipper, or resold sneaker. His statements kind of blow through hell's windstaff. See what I did there? To my knowledge, no core member of the Wu, especially not Meth, has ever been known to use another rapper's bars, let alone have a ghostwriter. I find it funny because the only Wu-Tang MC to constantly appear on many top 5 lists is Ghost. That's Ghostface Killer. The Wu spoke about originality in hip-hop on the infamous skit Shark Niggas from the classic Only Built for Cuban Links. So it's no surprise that Meth holds this opinion, and I agree with him. There is no way one can claim to be the greatest of all time if they employ another to write lyrics for them. There is of course a level of nuance to the discussion, like how many bars can one rapper use from a writer, I don't know, out of a 10-year career in order to be canceled from the GOAT conversation. Is one hook enough? 2 verses? Would it matter if the GOAT's biggest record of their career was written by someone else? All music, hip-hop included, can be such a collaborative enterprise that it's kind of weird that we even have the label greatest of all time. Like, why can't we just let great be great instead of constantly comparing those who don't even compete with each other? It's all in fun for and of the culture, and we all know there can't possibly be all these greatest rappers of all time at the same time. That's not how it works. While Johnny Blaze is right that you can't be the GOAT with a ghostwriter, the fact that you may rhyme and never use a writer in any sort definitely does not automatically put you in the running for the title. It's a fact that some of these rappers out here would benefit from a writing collab and should go ahead and do it. But that's neither here nor there. Artistry is what you make of it, and to deny one the greatest of all time is of course subjective opinion. But we know when a rapper deserves the title, and I'm not ready to deny anyone they run just because someone else wrote they bars. But that's just me. Y'all do y'all. In this day and age of the culture where everyone sounds the same while also claiming to be the best, it's not that crazy that ghostwriting and biting isn't looked at as taboo as it was in the past. Just as Grandmaster Caz. Hip-hop will be 50 years old next year, and it's not inconceivable that over that half a century, everything that should have been said has been said. It's sad to think that rap is more or less reaching and recycling for the MCs of today. I'd like to believe that every dope MC writes their own bars, but I know it can't possibly be true, and I don't hold much against anyone for it. Maybe they won't be the greatest of all time, and maybe they don't need to be. We should still look forward to any material from the greats, no matter who actually wrote it. But I wrote this, so thanks for watching it, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, rock the bells. The website was popping before the YouTube was even going on, so check that out and follow us on the socials. I'm Frank 5D for Dedicated Etiquette. Positive energy activates, constant elevation.